Slocky, man. I was tell you, you don't get no privacy around here for real. And these recorders on these phones, uh, they don't have a pause button on it. At least I haven't figured it out yet. But anyway, so going back to verse 3, it says, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion." Right, because you trust in this man's society and this, his potions, etc. And the prophets have been warning our people constantly, day in and day out, about not to drink of the water, the bitter water, so to speak, because Maxine Waters is very, very, very bitter, man. It's poison water, so to speak. And if you drink of it, whether it has a long-term effect on you or it gets you right in the midst, but the reality of it is you don't want to deal with it because, your body starts to reject, your body starts to reject itself. And then before you know it, you taking a dirt nap. So that's just part of our people being rebellious because they don't listen to the Most High. You're supposed to listen to the Most High and listen to his prophets, because when have you Jake ever went wrong by listening to the prophets of the Most High? Never, because hey, the scriptures say, "Unto some we slated into life, and to some death." So you're gonna have a handful of people that's gonna listen to us, but then you're gonna have a majority of the people that's not gonna listen to us, and they're gonna, the Most High is gonna destroy them. That's just how the game is set up, So going down to verses 5, it says, "They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them." Because I remember a while back, X was bringing out the fact how the devil, etc., which he was really talking about the so-called white man, but how the music industry was pretty much wicked, satanic. He didn't just basically come out and say it was satanic, but in roundabout ways, you knew where he was getting at, because even then, when these rappers try to expose the Illuminati, they only go so far with it because they know that they put a target on their back, so to speak. And if they don't want to be targeted, then they got to shut the hell up, because the elites come after you. Because for the simple fact, you ain't of the Lord, okay? So he gave you over to that satanic cabal, so to speak. And DMX was very well part of it, because think about it, Rough Riders, then he was getting movie roles. He had a top album at a point in time. He sold out concerts. He was, DMX was pretty, he was decent. He was a high rapper, man. He wasn't the best, but, he wasn't my favorite rapper. But nonetheless, it is a handful of songs that I do like. Mainly one being No Sunshine. It was modeled after Roy. It was sampled after Roy Avers. It's called No Sunshine When She's Gone. And that was off the movie Exit Wounds. It was a pretty dope track. Dark, but it had some good lyrics to it, But anyway, it says here, verse 7, it says, "An Egyptian shall help in vain and to no purpose." Right, there was no purpose. There was no purpose of you selling out. And the fact that you went down there and drunk the water, that was to no purpose. But it landed you in the spirit world. Because I don't believe he overdosed over drugs. Especially if his family know. They say, look, we know him. He didn't backslide, man. All right? It don't make any sense. Especially when you check yourself into a rehab and you've been clean. I mean, yeah, people do have relapses, but I doubt this was that. Like, I will blame Esau before I blame anything. But anyway, it says, "For the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this, and their strength is to sit still. Now go write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come and forever and ever." Right, man. These prophecies, the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, we're noting these things in the book, so therefore you can have something to fall back on. And your judgments are sealed too. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, "See not," and to the prophets, "Prophesy not unto us right things, but speak unto us smooth things." Prophecy deceits. Right? And Jake, they want us to prophesy deceits. Oh, don't talk about that. Don't say the world gonna end up ended. Don't talk about that stuff. We don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear anything that's gonna make them or put them in a predicament of them changing their lives. But instead, they want to hear the easy way out. And it says here, "Get you out of the way and turn aside out of the path, and cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us." And it says, "And wherefore, thus says the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise his word and trust in oppression and the perverseness and state thereon, therefore this iniquity should be unto you as a breach ready to fall, swelling night on the high wall, and breaking, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant." Right? And that's symbolic to how swift the judgment is going to come. because everything is good and dandy, then all of a sudden, it's just like if you rolling over a bridge. You probably drove over that one bridge 1,000 times, but that last time you drive over it, all of a sudden the damn bridge just collapsed. All right, and that's what this judgment of the Most High is alluding to. All right, so that's another precept. This is the book of Psalm 68 and 20. It says, "He that is our power is the power of salvation, and under the power under Yahweh the Lord belonging the issues of death." All right, so the Most High is the giver of life and death. Like I tell you in Psalms, what is that? Not Psalms, but it goes into 2 Samuel 2 and 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. All right. All right. Oops. I think they got one at Deuteronomy 2. No. You have Deuteronomy 32 and 39. And see now that I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there anyone that could deliver out of my hand. So X ultimately, man, there was nothing that can deliver him from this point. Especially when he heard the Israelites, them brothers down there teaching. And, like I said, who knows if he repented. The video, it didn't appear that he was scoffing. He was vibing with it. So he knew the truth. But the reality of it is, he didn't turn around fast enough, and the Lord seemed fit to judge him. That could have just been the whole point, for him to know about the truth, and then the Lord bring judgment on him. Because all them celebrities know about the Israelites. It's just the ones that come out and speak openly about what's going on in the industry be the ones that end up being put to death. But anyway, with that, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Shimi Hawashai, and with that, Shalom and above all.